Let's talk about this hypothetical class of 20 people, 2 excellent people that you think have potential to have careers, and the 18 that don't. Do you think those 18 people want to hear the truth? Knowing that they can be, it's malleable, they can, sort of, you can mold them to, but do they really want to hear it? And talk about this growth mindset versus what's the other side of that coin, which is?
Yeah, fixed mindset.
Okay. And so how do you know you're experiencing a student that has the fixed mindset and they don't want to hear it?
Perfect question. That is such a smart question. So the fixed mindset, first of all, believes that if you want to be a writer, you either have this talent or you don't. So then you are constantly have this voice in your head that says, do I have what it takes? Do I have the talent? Am I wasting my time? Am I going to get a career, or is it never going to happen for me? That constant fear-based chatter is that fixed mindset. And because of that, the fixed mindset, and you asked such a smart question, it desires an outcome. So if I had a script and I go, hey, will you guys read my script and just give me your feedback? I want to know what you think. There's the fixed mindset and the growth mindset, and they're both there. I don't think it's one or the other. I think they both exist. It's just sort of a ratio. Are you 90% growth mindset and 10% fixed, or vice versa? When I give you guys a script, I go, just tell me what you think. My fixed mindset wants an outcome. It wants you to say, well, now I know why you had a career. Now I know why you teach others. This is maybe the best script I ever read. I'm literally in awe to be in the same room with you. I didn't know a human being could write this well. This was the most amazing script ever. Like, that's what my fixed mindset wants to hear. And when it doesn't hear it, it's going to throw a temper tantrum. And at that point, it has 2 choices and only 2 choices, which is what's wrong with you guys, or what's wrong with me. So you always hear writers out there say, yeah, my manager said that the characters weren't strong enough. I got to change managers. I mean, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Or they'll say, yeah, my manager said the characters weren't good enough. I don't know why. I'm no good at characters. There's something wrong with you, or there's something wrong with me. That's the only choices that it has. The growth mindset does not crave or desire an outcome. It desires the truth. So the growth mindset wants to know, what did you honestly think, and why did you think it? And let's say that there were parts of my script that you really loved, and there was a section of the script that you just didn't care for. Why? And not in a defensive way, and not in an attacking way, but why? Because it's like a detective. It's like, what plays in my head is amazing. It's not amazing for you. I want to know why. Where is that disconnect? Maybe there was a piece of information or context that I knew that I didn't get out well enough. And if I could just rewrite it so that becomes more viscerally clear to people, maybe you'll then have the experience I want. Maybe that section, I like it for very personal reasons, but it actually disconnects from, there's a whole million reasons. But if and maybe the reason you didn't love my script, the honest truth is the characters just weren't compelling enough for you. They felt kind of flat. They felt kind of like they all spoke the same way. That's not now a rewrite, which is the mistake most people make. That is, okay, I'm not yet strong enough at characters. Or the story, the characters are great, but it kind of wandered around, and it just didn't seem like it had that forward thrust. And maybe I'm just not good at that forward thrust. Great. The fixed mindset, of course, is freaking out, but the growth mindset is celebrating, because it's like, okay, now I know what I can do moving forward to get better as a writer. Now I got to figure out, how do I train myself to get better at forward thrust, or better at characters? And so if you follow a growth mindset, when you get feedback, if you loved my script top to bottom, and I know the process that I use to create it, and I can replicate that process, that is great news for me. If you didn't love my script top to bottom, and I can talk to you in the right way to figure out why you didn't, where the disconnects were, and I could realize where I have a weakness, where I need to get better at a skill set, where I need to create a new talent or get better at a talent, and I can figure out how to do it, that's amazing. So the growth mindset is not looking for an outcome, it's looking for the truth. So your question was really profound. Those 18 people, Did they want to know that they were in the 18 people? If you ask them, they'll all say yes. The reality is, if you were to tell them, and I never did, that was, for right or wrong reasons, that was a line I would never cross. I would never tell someone if I thought they had what it took or didn't. I just didn't want to, because I felt like that's just my opinion. What is my opinion worth at the end of the day? And I don't want to inflict that on someone, positively or negatively. So I don't know, I'm not saying this was the right decision, but as a teacher, to this day, if someone says, do you think I have what it takes or not? Well, first of all, I'll say, go read mindset, because that's a fixed mindset question. But even if I actually have an opinion, I'll never tell someone. Anyway, but if someone were to tell those people, they would say, I want to know the truth. And that is true for their growth mindset, but their fixed mindset does not want to know the truth. It wants an answer. It wants a specific answer. It wants a yes. Or the fixed mindset would be okay with, I don't think you have what it takes, but I don't think it will take that long for you to get there. The fixed mindset's like, oh, all right, I'll settle for that. But anything beyond that, and then the fixed mindset's like, well, what do you know? Or, yeah, I don't, you know. So, and the reality is, what I've learned is that we're always both fixed mindset and growth mindset. And if you really do the work, you can feel, you know, kind of the ratios. And in fact, like, people often ask me why I teach, and there's a lot of answers, but I'll tell you one of the main reasons that I do this is, as a writer, I had a very unhealthy relationship with my writing. It was really a torturous experience because as a writer, I was about as fixed mindset as you could be. As a teacher, I'm about as growth mindset as you can be. So for some reason, teaching is that one space in my life where it is just so easy to be egoless and growth mindset. And, you know, for other people, maybe that's religion or parenting or whatever. For me, it's teaching. Not sure why, but it is. And I didn't even know about mindset at the time. That's something I learned later on. A brilliant student said, hey, you should read this book, I think. And I was like, oh my God, where's this been my whole life? And, but yeah, so for me, writing had all these demons and anxiety and fears. And it was just this, I was a very angry person. And it was either what the F is wrong with my agent or this executive or what is wrong with me. And those are my only two choices. And as a teacher, it's allows me to live in a growth mindset place and to be it's very healing for me. And it's just, I get so much out of that. And then I really love working with writers and really helping them find and stay in that growth mindset, because that is so important to a writer.